Yo guys, how's everybody doing? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about who will win the AFC North in order. I'm going to be going like from 4 to 1, who I believe. Just looking at a brief schedule of each team. And then next video will be record predictions. So based off that order, I'll be going through a deep look at the schedule of who will have a certain record based on what I said, who I believe will win it just by taking a brief look at the schedule. And this is how it's going to go for every division. You guys know I predicted, or I had a season preview of Ravens, Browns, Bengals, Steelers, and then now I'm doing this one. Next will be record predictions. And then next, I'll start the AFC South. So let's go right into it. Fourth place, I think it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals. Whether they have a really bad record or a mediocre record. And what I mean by that is, like, if they go 6-10, I still think that's fourth place in this division. That's just how it's going to be for the AFC North this season. Like I said in the Bengals season preview, that offense has weapons, but it's also never been together. Like, that receiving group has never been fully together. You know, John Ross has always been injured. AJ Green's always been banged up. Missed an entire season last year. Okay, Tyler Boyd is still an excellent guy, and so I had to move my lens. That's when my hand got in the way. And then you add T. Higgins, who's a rookie to that, plus a rookie quarterback, an unexperienced offensive line with a rookie left tackle in Jonah Williams, who missed all of his rookie year last year. So that is something that is going to be brought upon for this team. And then that defense is terrible. They had a lot of injuries, number one. Number two, even though when they were healthy, which they weren't healthy a lot, it still wasn't a good look for them. They had like the worst rush defense, like the 29th pass defense. I had the numbers. I knew the numbers like a couple days ago when I made the Bengals season preview, but now I no longer know them. Man, my camera's not focusing right, but it just refocused Anyway, third place is the Browns. I know everyone's saying this is going to be the Browns' year, but they're going to be right around that 500 mark. I don't see a reason why they have. I don't see a reason why people should believe that they would win the division. Like the Baltimore Ravens proved that they're a very good team by going 14-2, right? The Pittsburgh Steelers proved that they can win the division going 8-8 without Big Ben and one of the worst offenses the Steelers team has ever had. With an injured running back. With only Juju Smith-Schuster, who still don't have the greatest season. That defense killed them to 8-8. So now you bring a healthy running back group. Big Ben. That is a reason for that people to believe that the Steelers can win the division. So the Ravens and Steelers both proved that they could be the top of the division. What did the Browns prove? That they can't even win a game against a decent team with the best quarterback, young quarterback in Baker Mayfield, Nick Chubb, Odell Beckham, Jarvis Landry, a young defense, and an easy schedule, the third easiest schedule last year. To me, that is enough where even if they would have 8-8 last year, or maybe 7-9, maybe 9-7, if they would have did that last year, I would say, hey, I would consider the Browns may have a chance of winning the division. But they go 6-10 with all that. And it's not like they had injuries. Nick Chubb wasn't injured. Jarvis Landry wasn't injured. Odell Beckham wasn't injured. Baker Mayfield wasn't injured. Myles Garrett wasn't injured. He just can't keep his emotions in control. So for that reason, I have the Browns in third place. They haven't given a reason for me to consider them. The Steelers and Ravens have. So number two, I have the Baltimore Ravens. I think they didn't get better, but they didn't get worse. And they're in that hangover season where it's like, okay, are they gonna get? You can't get better than 14-2. So are they gonna get better? No. There's a more likely chance that they're gonna get worse. But they lost a lot and gained it back with very little. So like, they didn't lose much, but the pieces that they did, which wasn't much, were filled in by rookies. So they replaced 115 extra carries with J.K. Dobbins. Okay, that'll be good. You know, they bring in Calais Campbell. You know, they bring in Patrick Queen, who's going to be great in that rotation. Then they draft another linebacker in the 3rd round, who has to be that young linebacking core for that Ravens team. So it's just like a hangover season where teams know what to expect. I think the past 2 years, the Chargers showed a game plan of how to beat the Baltimore Ravens in the wild card. And then this past year, the Titans showed and gave a formula of how to stop that Baltimore Ravens team. And when a team usually has a season like this, they usually collapse a little. They don't live up to the hype. And then the following year after they fall, they're going to rise right back up. So not this season. 2020 season, the Ravens won't be in the Super Bowl. But 2021, they will. They're going to go down before they can go back up. And that's just how it's always been. So like the 49ers, they probably won't make the Super Bowl this year, but 2021, they'll probably be back in it. The Chiefs, same way. But they won it, so they may have that hangover season, or they may have that repeat season. Who knows? And so that's why I had the Ravens there. And number 1 is Steelers. Like I mentioned earlier, this team showed that with a very good defense, that they can be 500. Yeah, they proved with a mediocre offense, below average offense. You know, rotating Mason Rudolph and Devlin Hodges. A lack of a running game. James Conner only playing in 10 games and missing half of the other 2 games. So he literally played in 8 full games, and he wasn't very good in those 8 games that he did fully play, let alone the 10 he started. So when you have that type of performances with not a lot of weapons for the quarterback to throw to. Juju Smith-Schuster, Ryan Switzer, who's banged up in IR. Deontay Johnson. Obviously, Dante Moncrief had his laughable moments in getting cut because he couldn't catch the ball. Obviously, you had Vance McDonald, but, man, he wasn't as good as he was in 2018. And then you look at it, and you're like, well, they didn't have a first-round pick. They add Chase Claypool. They add some defensive weapons. They draft another running back. And then the Steelers are like, okay, and we get Big Ben back. James Conner's healthy. So now we have a 3-headed horseman in the backfield. We got James Conner, Benny Snell, who will be in his 2nd year from a 4th-round pick, another rookie running back, more fresh legs. Woo! Steelers have a reason to believe that they're going to go win that division. And I haven't gone through each team's schedule yet and predicted their record. That's why it's going to be next video. But I 100% believe that this Steelers team is by far the best team in the AFC North. And I don't want to go above and beyond and say they're going to have a 14-2 season, which I don't think they will. I think they can be close enough to that. But anyway, that's the video. If you guys do think I am wrong, comment down below. I'm more than likely going to read them all. I always read my comments, and I always respond to ones if people call me out and they don't have a reason to. So, but if you do, be respectful about it. Just say, hey, I think the Ravens will win the division because of this. Don't go saying I'm retarded and stuff, and without logical reason, because then I get into a debate with someone, and then they stop replying because I prove them wrong. I know what I'm talking about. So if you want to debate me, finish the conversation. Don't walk off halfway and then still call me I'm wrong, even when I just blew you out in a debate. And don't be like Bengal on YouTube, over 100K subs. And when you go to debate someone, he blocks you on Twitter. Very interesting stuff. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm out.